What's going on, Cloudy?
What's going on?
This is different.
This is really different. Welcome to the pod. It is season 8, episode number 6. A little different here. I'm here. Tim is literally right there. I'm going to wave at you there. But we're on location. We're celebrating 5 years of the OGs, our friends over at Sons of Kent, who celebrate 5 years this weekend. So they're going to join us in a couple minutes. But Timmer, how long ago was it we started this podcast that we kicked off with a visit from the guys from Sons of Kent?
It was 2 years ago, Cloudy. It feels like forever ago now. It's so good to have these guys back on for their 5th anniversary. It seems like not 5 years, but then longer than 5 years. It's a weird timing here that we've got going on. Everything seems strange. It feels so good to be back here, especially on this side. This is the original side that I started drinking on here at Sons. Pretty excited about this.
This is it. This is pretty wild. So when Sons of Kent announced their 5th anniversary, I thought somebody's getting fired because it's not been 5 years. It's not right. Right, something's wrong here. But no,
somebody check the calendar.
It's been 5 years for sure. Well, those boys are getting set. We're going to check in with them in a few minutes. Let's jump over here, Tim, and do a little shout out to our sponsors who help us out with the podcast each and every week. Take it away, Tim.
Chris McLeod, new listing this week. Check it out on MLS. It's live on MLS now, isn't it, Cloudy? That's a good looking house. If you're looking to move to Chatham Kent or you live in Chatham Kent, you want a wicked awesome house, check out Cloudy's new listing over at Realty House. She's a beauty. Shout out to Shauna at the Health House. Tough week this week. Her Instagram got stolen or something like that. She had to start a new Instagram, Cloudy.
No way.
Yeah, terrible news. Had a great following on Instagram. It's a great way for her to get her info out, and it got shut down by Instagram and Instagrammers. So she started a new one. It's the Health House _CK. Put a like and follow on the Health House CK. Again, it's a great way for Shauna to get stuff out there. And again, good friends over at the Pakistan Super League. They are in an off season, but they are working hard. I talked to a couple of players over there recently.
Did you?
No, totally made that up. Just trying to make myself sound like more of an insider. But I think things are going well. And
Very
that's
nice.
Our sponsors. I think we got another sponsor today too, Cloudy.
We do. The boys over at Sons of Kent. We're going to throw them up there. Thanks to them for sponsoring this episode. Tim, we have your order's up.
Yes. I hope it's a Reuben. It is.
I hope so. There you go.
Oh, so good.
We're coming up to 100 episodes, Tim. We can't set up any audio equipment ever.
No. Remember our intern that we'd been working on? Still accepting applications. It seems a little slow in the intern world out there. Apparently people don't want to work for free. Strange. Yeah. But we're still taking applications. Check us out on indeed.ca.
All right. Making their 4th appearance-ish on the podcast. Episode 1, Season 1. They were our OGs right from the very start. Season 2, Episode 11. Season 4, Episode 6 was Stephen Hunter.
Oh, nice.
So we had the other Hunter brother, one of, that joined us. So making their 4th appearance in their 5th year, getting ready to celebrate. There's the boys. Let's pull them in. Guys, stay where you are. We're going to get you all set up. Crowding around the camera outside here at Sons of Kent while we're inside. Guys, congratulations on 5 years. That's awesome. You can hear us, right? No, we can't. Oh, you know what it is? Hold on. There you go. Let's turn your mics on. Your mic is muted out there, guys. So, yeah, there you go. Sluggo is on it.
Smooth.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Let's see if we got those guys. You're still muted. Do we need to run out and turn it on for you? All right, the boys and Sons again. We hear you. Just hand signals, guys, would be great.
While we're waiting, Cloudy. There we go.
Better?
There we go. We are live. Finally.
This live on location is not all it's cracked up to be, Cloudy.
No, it's not so easy.
5 years to figure out how to but we did. Blame Doug for that.
Channel 2 in Detroit made it look so easy. They'd just be live anywhere. Like a murder scene, they'd be there. Here we can't set up at the brewery. But we've got Elf Hunter, we've got Doug Hunter, and we got Colin Chrysler. 3 of the boys are with us. Who are we missing, guys, and where is he?
Cameron's down to Motown at a trade show.
Very nice. So we got a salute to him. for sure. We always start the podcast off with what you drinking, bud. So, Colin, this is your forte. Let's talk about what we're drinking here tonight. We're starting with this. Well, here, you tell us what we're starting with, and we'll follow your lead.
This is a new beer coming out this weekend. Look at that.
Look at that. Larger than life.
It is our Maple City Lager. This is actually a really cool beer that I'm really excited about. This beer is made with maple sap from local trees around Chatham, Kent, which is really cool. So instead of using water, which is actually one of the main ingredients in a beer, it's usually the main ingredient when you think about it, we use all maple sap. So we had some local friends that harvested some trees for us in March when the trees were running. And then we took all that maple sap. We had almost 1,000 liters of it. And then we used that as our foundation for the beer. And we created this really tasty lager with it. So it's a golden lager. It's got some subtle hints of maple syrup or some maple flavor, I guess you could say. But it's really tasty. It's really smooth. It's got the flavor of Chatham or the Maple City, if you will. So, yeah, it's really exciting.
Maple City Lager. Go ahead, Tim.
No, that's delicious. It's like I've had other maple beers that were like really strong maple at the front end. This just gets you with a little maple at the back end. It's delicious.
Smooth and clean and crisp and subtle, and it's not overwhelming.
No,
because that can be a little bit too much, I think. But it's really nice.
That's
Very
delicious.
good. That is delicious. That is very, very good. So usually we highlight 3 beers. You've got 5 that are coming out this week for the 5 years. Let's go to the second one, Colin. What else are we trying here tonight?
I'm not sure. What do you guys got next? What do we got coming up? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. The Haze Wagon. You put it up there? Throw it up there, Chris. I don't have one on me, but you got the can.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it for you.
I'm going for this one too, buddy.
Yeah, crack her open.
Whoa. Look at that. You guys are drinking it fresh.
Yes.
Oh.
Like hold this can out like this.
Was this can today?
Yeah, it was canned this morning. So you guys are getting it extra fresh. It's super dank and tasty. It's got lots of familiar aromas and flavors that you find in hops and other plant-based nuggets, if you will. So it's pretty cool. It's Haze Wagon is a beer that I've wanted to make for a long time. It's made with all Australian hops, so Galaxy and Eclipse, which are kind of a big deal right now, I guess you could say. But it's a super haze bomb, really tasty, really kind of soft and pillowy and really smooth, with some really huge aromas and flavors from the hops. It's pretty cool.
All right. So we'll tell you about all these beers. So we're telling you about the beers we're drinking here tonight. We'll tell you how and when they're going to be available here at Sons of Kent. So that's the Haze Wagon right there, and we're going to be sipping on these as we go. Next up, do you want to tell us about this guy right here?
Yeah, it's been a little while since this guy's made an appearance. Almost 5 years to be exact. This was one of the first beers that we came out with at the brewery. It wasn't in a can at the time. So this label is new for people that are tuning in right now. But this was one of our original flagship beers that we had when we first opened the brewery 5 years ago. And then it kind of faded away shortly after that. Not because it was a bad beer, but it just it didn't have the legs we thought it would. So we're bringing it back. We love it. It still tastes just as good as it ever did, probably better because it's fresh. But it's really exciting. So that one's coming back too. It's a Belgian wheat beer. It's a nice, soft, pillowy beer, obviously, because that's the style. It's made with orange peel, coriander, and chamomile flowers. So it's got some nice herbal spice to it, but really nice beer. So, yeah.
Now, has much changed? Sorry, Colin. Has much changed with the Blanco since 5 years ago?
I mean, the recipe's, very similar, or I guess essentially the same. We probably tweaked a few little things, but overall, it's probably almost the same beer, yeah. But I mean, I don't remember what things taste like 5 years ago. So.
It tastes like 5 years ago in simpler times. It does.
There you go. Yeah.
Delicious.
I feel like it's a flashback beer for me because I remember the Blanco and it was like, no, we're done with Blanco. It's not coming back, and now it's back. I think people are gonna love it. I think it's a good taste for summer too.
Yeah,
I think people will be excited to have it again.
Yeah, so we're excited about that one.
I don't know, man. This Haze Wagon though, is this just limited time only or what? Because I might have to stock up.
Yeah, it makes you see a little hazy, eh, Tim? No,
Oh, I might.
no,
need
it's a
you
limited
right
run.
here.
I mean, you never know. All the beers sometimes come back. Sometimes they don't. They kind of come and go. If people fall in love with them, then we try to keep them around. But we always try to keep new stuff on the go. That's the fun thing for me, is getting to make new beers, new hops, try out some new stuff, and see what makes the cut.
So good.
This is good. I don't know which one I like the best. And we've got, look at, you guys have got full size cups out there, glasses. We're drinking a little
Full size cans.
I love
full
these.
size, yeah.
These are
Little
so good.
tasters.
Not
Little
half-
tasters. All right, so you got 5 coming out this week. We've heard from 3. What else do we have for the 5th anniversary? We have 5 beers that you're releasing this week.
We're gonna keep the other 2 a bit of a mystery.
Okay.
The one is actually not a beer at all. We can kind of allude to that a little bit, but it's a gluten-free product because there's no gluten in apples. So it might be a cider, but it's going to be one we've never done. Really excited about it. But that'll be announced this week, as well as another beer that is definitely going to stay a mystery until at least Friday.
Yes.
It'll be pretty cool. It's probably one of the weirdest beers I've ever made. It's not a normal beer color. I won't say any more than that, but it's pretty exciting. So
You don't know the stress I'm feeling because I have this graphic right in front of me.
yeah,
And I'm afraid I'm going to push the button and just spill it, but I'm going to delete it right now so that we don't accidentally do it. But so 5 beers. So the 3 we talked about off the top, the Blanco, the Maple City Lager, and the Haze Wagon. When are we going to be trying those?
Friday.
Okay.
The big party is on Saturday, but Friday, all the beers will be available at the brewery. We have our farmers market coming up, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit more. But on Friday, all the beers are coming up. You'll be able to try them on tap. You'll take them home with you. You'll have to order them online and get them delivered right to your house, which is pretty cool. And when they're gone, they're gone. That'll be it. We don't plan on making them again anytime soon. You never know. I'm not getting any more maple sap anytime soon. So, it'll when they're gone, they're gone. So it'll be exciting. But yeah, it'll all be this weekend. So we're really pumped about that.
This is awesome. This is really good stuff.
Go ahead. Sorry, Claudia.
Colin,
Colin, how does it go in the boardroom when you start to throw out these beer ideas of
Try to keep them, sometimes I keep these things a mystery.
What boardroom?
I thought I saw a big table upstairs. I'm not sure.
That's where we build puzzles.
Okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah, because you got to build puzzles. No, a lot of the times, coming up with a name for the beers is definitely the hardest part, and then trying to figure out a label with some cool colors. Haze Wagon, we tried to switch up colors. Never done a purple label before. That was kind of exciting, keeping it fresh. but it's fun. I mean, half the fun is being creative with the ideas and throwing ideas around with the guys in the back and with these guys. And we try to come up with some fun things that we've never done before, which is getting harder after 5 years, believe it or not. I think we've made like almost 100 and this will be about 106 unique beers that we've done since we've opened.
Wow.
So it gets harder and harder as the years go on. Yeah. To come up with something new and different and unique, right? So,
go ahead, Timmer.
I'm just thinking, I know when I talked to Alfie about the Black Oyster Stout, he was like, "You should see what Colin did." Alfie, what's your thoughts? I'm not going to say I have heard what the new beer is, but when you see or hear these things, what are you thinking, Alfie?
Yeah, Colin's a bit of a genius this way. He knows what he's doing. Every beer he makes is perfect, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That one on Friday, though, man, I don't know. Suspect, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's so funny.
We were real happy with what we come up with.
Yeah. It's
nice to keep fresh and keep some people coming in the door. I didn't think we'd have 5 beers for our 5th anniversary just because it's been a busy time since coming out of COVID, but Colin managed to pull it off again, so cheers to him.
Yeah, we're doing it.
Colin, so quite often, you'll have a guy like Tim comes in who knows beer, he knows the taste right down. Does anybody ever catch your ear and say, "Hey, you should try this," and then you run with it, or is this all out of the top of your head, or you taste in other breweries? Where do these ideas come from?
Yeah, I think you can get inspiration in a lot of places. I think the culinary world is kind of unique in that sense. Obviously, you can add all sorts of weird stuff to beer. At the end of the day, it's got to taste good. I mean, experimenting is where you ride this line of like risk and art and science and like what you can get away with, and it's still an enjoyable beer to drink. But I get inspiration in a lot of different places. Alf and I were in Calgary a few weeks ago at the Canadian Brewing Awards. And we got to tour around the city and go to all these different breweries and try some really cool stuff. And I mean, that's a pretty inspiring way to try different things, try different beers with different hops, different ingredients, talk to some of the other brewers and see what they're up to and, get some ideas, right? So it's fun to be able to do that. And I think that's kind of a lot of it, and there's so many awesome breweries out there doing some really cool things. It's nice to be able to get inspiration from those guys too.
So you guys are coming off. Go ahead, Claude.
I was just going to say, guys, we're really appreciative that you found some time. I know us setting up today was a bit of a fiasco, but I know you're busy, so to find some time to talk to us, this is awesome. So I appreciate you doing this here today, and appreciate you letting us in here in the midst of a busy night at Sons of Kent. So Timmer, take it away, buddy.
So again, you guys just came out with 3 awards out of Canadian Brewing Awards, which is awesome. What's it like though when you put all those brewers in one room together? What's the party like? But what's the conversations between breweries like?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, we got to sit at a table with some pretty elite brewers, I guess, across Canada. The conference and the award ceremony is pretty neat. It's a bit of a party, you could imagine, with all the beers free. It's all fantastic beer from all over Canada, and we have the ability to try all these beers and hang out with some guys, have some really cool conversations about ideas that we have and different inspirations that we get and how we come up with beers. So it's neat to do that. But they actually had like a photo booth where you could ride a mechanical bull, and they did the whole Calgary,
Nice.
show, I guess you can say. So it was neat. It was a good time.
We were actually supposed to go there and broadcast, but we couldn't get the setup figured out.
Yeah.
So
What's got a question for me?
I'd like to know why I didn't get invited.
That's a good question too. I was wondering the same thing, Doug.
Figured maybe Tim Regan and I, or at least Tim Copeland and I, would get invited to that.
I could easily fill in.
And the Masters. So yeah.
Someone had to stay back and watch the puzzle. That's what you had to do. For those that are watching, the boys are out in the patio. We're inside here at Sons of Kent, located in Chatham, celebrating 5 years. This weekend, we've got 3 beers that we tasted out of the 5 that are new. What is going on this weekend besides these new beer releases? What do you guys got in tap?
Want me to go on that one? We got lots of stuff going on. Actually, Friday night, we've got our first vendor market. So we've got probably, I think, about 30 local vendors coming in and some food trucks. So you'll be able to come up, not only get the new beers and the mystery beer, but you'll be able to get some local stuff from all the local vendors. We got the table set up. We've got Cole Prayer playing on the stage. So it's just going to be a nice light evening just to prep us up for Saturday. So that runs from about 4 to 9 o'clock. And then you can go inside right after and have some inside. And then Saturday's the big 5th anniversary kicker out back and inside as well. That's going to be a big one. So we got games. We got games. We got lots of games. We've got cornhole, tetherball, beer darts, maybe some beer pong.
Nice.
We got the Wiener Würfeln. We might do old school lawn darts until the police shut us down.
Wow. This is amazing.
And we got music. We got DJ Loophole from the West Coast starts at 4, and then we've got Truck Stop Super Friends at 6, followed by the Kings of the North at 8 o'clock. There'll be a little bit of a shaker out there.
A shaker, yeah. Looking forward to it.
Both nights are free to the public, so come on out, come check it out.
Family friendly too.
Family friendly. You can bring your kids. You can even bring your dogs. You know,
bring your dogs. Keep
I want to ask, guys. Somebody asked me next time I was talking to you. So, Sons of Kent, the name of the brewery. It's obviously got a name around Chatham, Kent, beyond now. But what other names were tossed around for the brewery before you landed on this one?
I honestly think one of them was we did Maple City Brewing at one point, but we're sitting with Tim Copeland at the time. And Tim used to own a little brew place. He had it back in the 90s, and he
searching names and we do Maple City Brewing, it comes up and he went, oh yeah, that was my place. What? Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have a brewery own in Chatham here back in the
Albatross was one.
Albatross Brewing.
Albatross
Because
Brewing.
it showed up first in the dictionary. You know, it was the first word.
When we were going to be in the mall, we were going to be in the
Old Sport Check there.
the old Sport Check, and we were going to call it 6th Street Brewery because there used to be a road that went through the mall called 6th Street,
That's right.
which I thought was a pretty cool name.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were going to be in the mall. That's interesting.
Oh, we looked at the mall, we looked at the YMCA, we looked at the old Copperfield
Yeah.
Wow.
venue,
The old jail, even.
the old jail.
Wow.
That would have been a bad idea, but
Remember that little spot out on
The Sugar Mill.
the sugar mill?
Wow. This is
Sounds
good
like
stuff.
they're just making up landmarks now. The old sugar mill. Like,
We're like, yeah. No, we're like, no.
places. But yeah.
I love it.
That's wild. That's wild.
Main Streets used to be a grocery store back in the day.
It did.
It's got high ceilings and lots of power, which is what you need for a brewery.
Yeah, if you're interested in opening a brewery,
It's not a bad spot.
Alpha.
Okay.
It was a close second.
Really. This is interesting. This is the kind of stuff that, because I remember the morning that you got approved at the municipality or through council.
Yeah.
And I think I sent Tim a message. I was like, hey, there's a brewery coming to town. We're like, that's cool. And then there was some images of what the place is going to look like. And it was like, who knows? You see these things come through all the time and they never come to fruition. But man, oh man, it's taken off. And did you expect this to take off in Chatham, Kent? Like, obviously you've been welcomed. This has become a hub of the community. There's events here all the time. Different organizations want to use this space. Did you know that was what was going to happen, or did you hope that was going to happen, or did this surprise you?
You know what? Ultimately, it's a surprise to see. We knew that people in Chatham wanted a brewery. I mean, that's why we built one. A lot of people didn't think that you could pull a brewery off in Chatham, but we were very optimistic at the time, and we still are, obviously. But we are incredibly grateful for how much the people of Chatham and our community got behind this thing, and that is something that we are still, incredibly surprised by and grateful for, because that's something that not every community has, not every city has, and well, I mean, Chatham Kent as a whole really gets behind us, and we try our best to get behind them too. So it's great in that sense. But yeah, it's always been more than we expected, which is a good thing. And the last couple of years has been weird. I feel like they just somehow have disappeared, and now we're back to somewhat of a normalcy. But you know what? Out of it, we got a patio and we got a backyard stage to do all this cool stuff, which may not have happened if the circumstances didn't happen the way they did. So ultimately, yeah, we're super grateful. It's really cool to be able to support the community, give back to a lot of these charities and events and partnership years that we do, like with you guys and Fergie Jenkins and some of the stuff we just did with Rise House. So it's really awesome to be able to do that. We have some really cool community beers coming up this summer that we'll announce in the next few weeks, I'm sure. So really excited about that. So there's lots of cool stuff coming down the pipe, but we can't be more thankful for everybody that stood behind us for the last 5 years. So yeah, these 5 beers are for you guys.
That's awesome. What's the future look like? What are you looking like? Is this where you want to be? Is there a new location? Is it bigger? What's the future? What are you thinking? That's tough, eh? Tough question.
Yeah, we're going to open a worldwide Sons of Kent brewery in Paris. What I'm thinking.
I like it.
Yeah.
Taking it to the World Fair. I like it.
I want to do trampoline park, go-karts,
Yeah.
rock climbing. We got big ideas.
There's still a couple theaters left back here, isn't there? Like, you guys got some space. What are we looking to do back there?
We're talking NASA. Moon. Space Station Brewery.
It's going to be big. Unfortunately, Sluggo can't make it.
Massive.
Yes.
But Doug and Tim don't get invited.
Don't get invited. Sluggo, except it's a pinball machine.
That's so awesome. That is so awesome. I just want to say thanks, guys. This has really been awesome. And this is a fiasco. Our intern is probably going to be let go after this and the whole setup. But thanks for sticking with us. Tim, did you have anything else? I'm looking at Tim because he's over there, but I know it's on the screen there. What did you have, Tim?
No, just the summer calendar. I just see
Yeah.
events. Is there anything else you want to highlight for the rest of the summer? It looks like you guys are jam packed and awesome stuff.
On the 17th.
Yeah, we got the
Yes.
Mudland coming the 17th. And then we've got the Peach Fest. We've got a whole bunch of stuff coming up. If you go to our website, you can find everything on all the events that are coming up.
And there's more to come.
And there's more to come.
We're
So
filling that thing up all the time. Now that we got this awesome space in the back, if you haven't had a chance to come check it out, it's really cool. We got a whole outdoor beer garden with some turf and tables, and there's an outdoor bar. We got some friends walking by.
we got some people walking by now. Everybody.
It's,
CK Brewfest is coming up too. Can you just drop a little on that?
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big one. So Denny over at Red Barn got a hold of me about maybe 3 months ago, and he was able to secure some grant money from the city, and said, "Hey, we should do a CK Brew Fest." He's got our brewery, Bayside, and himself, and there's 3 events. There's one, I believe it's the 18th of June. In fact, I know it is. It's that wasn't a gunshot, by the way. The 18th of June is O Fest. And then in July, it's and we're doing the Funk Fest, and then there's the Farm Fest in September out at Red Barn.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's gonna be a good time. Looking forward to those.
And just before I forget, it's sponsored by Tech Savvy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Another
Tech
Chatham
Savvy.
Kent landmark.
And we have their internet here, and it's working great right now, guys.
Look how
Crushing
good
it.
the internet is.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When's the Blues Fest?
Oh, we got a Blues Fest.
Yeah, in July. Not on the calendar yet.
There's a lot of fests.
We're finalizing details on the
Very festive. Very
I love it.
All right, let's go.
there.
Let's go around the table because I want it to bleed into our next segment with Tim. Okay, let's just say your favorite Sons of Kent beer of all time.
Oh,
I'll start
shit.
with you, Doug. Doug, you're
Tetherball.
first.
I like Tetherball.
Tetherball.
My favorite, and it's always going to be my favorite, is 1792. Number 2 beer I think we made.
Yeah, it's
My
weird.
all-time favorite.
It's actually
Really?
this beer on Untapped. I think we
Yeah.
put it up there in like 2015 or something. It's actually just weird.
Wow.
Brewed 2015, but it somehow got on Untapped.
I'm going to convert you, Regan, on that one.
All right, I'm trying. All right, you just
Kent County was
drop my head down.
That's your Kent County was formed.
All right, Alfie. Alfie, your favorite.
I'm an 8-track guy. Love the 8-track.
I'm with you.
That's not a bad beer.
Colin, it's like choosing your favorite child. Which one's your
That's
favorite?
tough. Yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, 8-track has always been my my go-to. I'm still really proud of that beer. It was one of the first beers we had when we opened. I still think it's fantastic. We still make a lot of it, and people really enjoy it. So I'm really proud of that beer. But I'm really enjoying drinking Pilsner beer right now. So I love Pilsners, and one of my favorite beers, Enzo, which is our Italian Pilsner, will be making an appearance in the next couple weeks. And I am super pumped about that because I love that beer.
That's a really good beer, too.
Okay, can I ask about a summer favorite that's been a staple here for the last few years? Is it coming back, the Berry White? Or is it back?
Back.
Did
It's back.
did I miss it?
Cloudy, you missed the
You
memo,
didn't-
buddy.
It's here. It's ready to go.
All right. I missed that one altogether. Guys, we let you go. We're gonna keep rolling back here in the corner, but thanks for having us over here, guys.
No. Thanks for having us on, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Cheers, guys. Appreciate it.
Of course.
The
Good to see
OGs,
you.
the OGs celebrating 5 years here at Sons of Kent. Let's get us all back into position there, Tim.
We're on the wrong side, buddy. Flip us around.
Flip us around. There we go. Are we good?
We got this. I'm loving the live on location, buddy. I know you don't like it right now, but I'm digging it.
I am sweating my ass off.
Well,
And
you got blood.
It's not well, I did give blood. And then hustled over here.
Yeah.
So we're good. We're good.
I'm
All right,
impressed.
so Tim.
I'm impressed, Cloudy. I'm impressed. You gave blood, came and did a live podcast. I'm impressed.
Hey, this brings
You
us to
think-
our next segment.
You
Our
think
next
this is
segment
going to be hard for me? This is the easiest one we've had yet.
Is it? Okay, so Tim's top three
Top
Sons
three.
of Kent beers.
All time.
Let's see what you got. All time. Let's start
Easy.
number three. Number three. Start from the bottom. Don't F me up here.
Number 3. Ready? Super 8. The original
Super 8.
Super 8. When Super 8 came out, it blew my mind. Super 8 blew my mind.
Okay.
Loved it. Super 8, number 1. Number 2, Juice Box.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that one.
Easy peasy.
Can I guess your number one?
You sure can.
I think it's an 8-track.
100%. 100%.
Is it?
Yeah, 100%. That was the easiest one. that I've ever had.
Yeah.
That you thought I'd be here for years. I'm
I
not gonna
thought
lie
so.
though. I'm not gonna lie. This one right here, if this became a staple at Sons of Kent, I would
Yeah,
not
buddy.
be sad. This is delightful.
Well, I was just saying, I was just going to ask, any of the 3 out of the 5 that are coming this week, do you think they'll ever crack your top 3? Do you think that Haze Wagon's got a chance? to get in there?
Hazewagon, yeah. This Galaxy Eclipse IPA is right up there, man. 100%. If you get a chance this weekend to get to, I think it's gonna go fast. Like I'm gonna buy a case of it myself because it's that
Okay,
good.
okay, hold on. Let's do a Tim's
Yeah.
top 3 of the top 3 we've just debuted. So here, the Haze Wagon.
Oh,
And if you're catching this Friday, they're going to be available. The Blanco Sanchez is back, and make sure I hit the right button. Maple City Lager.
of the order, you want me to put these 3 that we just released in the top 3?
Yeah, and these are like, there's no last place. It's just
100%. You know what? Again, and I remember when Blanco Sanchez was up. I'm gonna do a shout out to an old buddy of mine. He's passed away. Swa texted me one day from Sons of Kent, and his background, literally his picture that he sent was this right here, and he was pointing to Blanco Sanchez, and he's like, "This is my favorite beer of all time." So I'm pretty pumped that this one's back.
Yeah.
It's the 3rd of these 3, but I'm pretty pumped it's back. Great memories of my buddy Swa loving Blanco Sanchez. So I'm glad they brought it back. I know
This
there
is
were
my
people
first-
that loved it.
This is my first Sons of Kent beer. Was
The Blanco? My first Sons of Kent beer, let's reminisce here for a second, was Cocoa Beware.
Oh, buddy, yeah.
Yeah, Cocoa Beware. I
Yeah.
probably told the story before. Walked in. Alfie met me when I walked in the door. He's like, "How's it going?" Like it was like soft opening time. Alfie's like,
Yep.
"How's it going? What do you like?" I'm like, "Give me what you think is your best." He's like, "Cocoa Beware." Had a beer with Alfie. He brought me in the back. Colin gave me a tour. I'm like, "This is my new home."
I live
Set
here
up
now.
shop. I'm not gonna lie. When I was upstairs today in the renovation, there was no room for me up there. I thought we had turned it into an Airbnb upstairs, but we didn't.
Yep.
So yeah, great times here at Suns. Always had great times. Looking forward to things getting back to normal here. I'm so pumped for the stuff in the backyard. The Maple City Lager.
Okay, we got to get back to your top 3. Yeah, number 2. I'm sorry.
Number 2 is a Maple City
Yeah.
Lager.
Yep.
Very sneaky on the maple on the back end. Just a little hint of sweetness. I'm a sweet guy. Okay. But
Okay.
I like that on the back end. I think people
Yeah.
will be like, wow, that's delicious. But for me, it's the Haze Wagon. Dude,
Yeah.
number 1, Haze Wagon. 100% in on this. There's some guys out there that will fight over this. Hopefully they got enough. I don't know if
Yeah.
they got enough. We didn't
That
talk
was it.
about quantity. We should have.
That was instant sip. That was like, perfect. Perfect. All right, now let me exit this without hitting one of the 2 other brews
Oh, buddy.
that are going to be a complete surprise.
We
and I
just
think
got
you're
brought
gonna
this
dig
one.
them.
I don't know what this is. Do you know what this is?
What is this?
Oh, this
Oh,
is
it's
Barry
Barry
White.
White. I hear it's back.
Cloudy's up on the Instas.
Yeah, I missed that one altogether. I was waiting for that one. I missed that one. That's bad.
You know what?
That's bad.
You know what I feel is interesting here? And again, I think the pandemic changed glass shapes. We should have talked to him about this.
I changed shapes as well during the pandemic.
The glass shape has changed. It's the more narrow. I'm not sure what it's called, but this might be a true beer buzz tonight, buddy. There's a lot of things sitting here. I'm so happy to be here today, Cloudy. Can
This
we
is pretty
just talk
sweet.
about how happy I am?
This is pretty sweet.
100% happy to be here.
I
leaving?
feel like there was a lot of stuff happening behind us, and then
Yeah.
people were like, "I don't want to be in the shot," so they bailed out. Let's talk about beer buzz. So the Sons of Kent, obviously strong Chatham Kent beer brewery. So last night I'm at the Spitfire game, and I've got the aisle seat, and I sit down. I'm like, "F yeah, I got the aisle, like great seats."
Yeah.
I haven't watched a game while you're just chilling.
Right. You've been
Don't
busy.
I have to move 78 times?
No.
Do that stand up move, stand up move.
Right.
So the last guy to finally get in the row comes up to me, and he's got a Red Barn hat on.
Come on, small world.
And I said, fella, I said, like your hat. And he says, thank you, I got it for free. So I was like, no, I love the brewery. And he's like, oh, thank you. So Red Barn, another Chatham-Kent brewery. So we want to give them a shout out because our sponsor, Health House, which you know very well, Tim, has teamed up with Red Barn. They've got some yoga coming up.
Yeah, they got yoga and a flight of beer. How can you beat it? On a Sunday, you go to church, you go do some yoga, you have a flight of beer, you stick around, you have something to eat. It's a great day. Again, I think the best thing that's coming out of this pandemic is that collaboration between breweries. How many breweries have we talked to, Cloudy, where there's been this collaboration? This CK Brew Fest that's going to be going down, and they, Doug kind of breezed over it there. I think it's amazing. And if you're not from Chatham-Kent, you've listened to us, you have some connection to us, and you want to come down, pick one of those weekends. Come down and try Chatham-Kent beer. Yeah. If you're down another weekend and you want to do something with like yoga at Red Barn with the Health House, those are cool things. Anything out back here at Sons of Kent is going to be awesome. Bayside out at Erio, if you can get out to Lake Erie and then go have, something to eat and a beer, I can go wrong. So if you haven't been to Chatham-Kent and you're looking to come back, or maybe you're from afar and you're from Chatham-Kent and you haven't been back in a while because of the pandemic, come on back here, man, because this is gonna be a good summer. I think it's like one of those summers that you're like, when it gets done, you're gonna be like, wow, what a summer, right? Because people need it right now, right? For me being back here, Cloudy, doing this live on location at Sons of Kent, I'm feeling good. It might be the Haze Wagon coming at 6.6, feeling good. But dude, I couldn't be any happier to be here right now.
Do you think that our friends over at Red Barn will allow us to do a live yoga broadcast?
Like you're doing yoga?
No. We are watching yoga. Well, it's not really a spectator sport. But like in the background, they're doing yoga and we're just like,
that's kind of creepy, dude. I don't know. We should probably we'll spitball that one again. We'll go back to the boardroom.
Go back to the boardroom for that one.
Go back for the boardroom.
Hey, I want to give a shout out also in the Beer Buzz here. Masters of the Bruniverse is coming up, a friendly beer competition in the Windsor area. Have you heard about this?
I have heard about this. They have a sweet logo.
Yes.
Like the Masters of the Universe logo, and I think they're holding beers, which is awesome. I know that. Yeah, that's a sweet graphic, logo. But who's going to be there?
Well, let me tell you.
Thanks, buddy.
Walkerville.
Yes.
Chapter 2. Banded Goose.
Top
Dog Brewing Company, by the way, will be on the podcast here real soon.
We got to work with those guys still.
Craft Heads.
Heads.
Did we have Craft Heads on?
100% we had Craft Heads on. They did awesome stuff. They did the Punchki beer, dude.
Boom. Yes, that's right. And the Bearded Dog, Jake's Brew Windsor. So those will be the
Jake's Brew. Jake's Brew is the craft brew play. You can go there and get craft brew supplies. Our good buddy, friend of the pod, Stevie, gets kegs from Jake's. Yeah, it's like home brew that you can get in a keg and bring it home and drink it. That's what Stevie does. Old friend of the pod, Stevie. Hell of a ball player, too.
Beauty. Well, speaking of ball, Tim, a new segment here on the podcast, since we are sponsored by Sons of Kent in our local two-pitch league. Let's give an update on our record in two-pitch baseball.
Cloudy, come on. This is getting out of hand right now, Cloudy. What a start to the season.
Yeah.
Sons of Kent team, probably fueled by the flywheel in the sponsorship deal. We are off to a 6-0 start.
Oh,
wow. I think what people are saying around the league is savvy veterans.
Yep.
Is part of it. And we got some new jerseys. Yeah. The new jerseys, orange. We went back to our roots. We used to be the DC Tigers. We're back to our roots as Sons of Kent, but wearing bright orange. Looking good. Looking slim. Looking fat. Stronger.
Yeah.
Crushing balls.
I've heard they call us the senior citizens of the loop, but whatever. We'll take it. We're 6-0. We'll update you every week.
I'm not going to lie. My mom, big fan of the new orange jerseys. confusing for her because we changed colors. But Barb Regan, big fan. Sons of Kent.
Loves it. Loves it. Loves it. Loves it. Hey, Timmer, we don't have to rush to get out of here, but we do have to do a segment that people would be very upset if we missed.
100%.
It's called Generally Speaking. This is where we break down a past episode of our favorite show of all time.
I didn't know we could pull this off live on location, Cloudy. I didn't know this was coming at all. I'm pretty pumped about it. I was like, are we really doing it? And we are.
We got a couple things that we could do if we need to, but let's do Generally Speaking. Okay, so
100%.
we're up to season 1, episode 11. We break down a new show every single week. So this one was called Money to Burn, and let me see if I can pull it up here, and we'll do this live on location. Do I have it? I do. Do you want to see what they were talking about?
That's my favorite part.
Back in 1979.
Wanted for armed car robbery? How high you want me to stack these bills? Who is it? I thought you were that no-account Bo Duke.
Either you're losing your eyesight or I'm losing my figure.
This one's hotter than a hot rod in a haystack.
Paradise.
Oh, hot rod in the haystacks.
All right. Your synopsis, I'll break it down for you. Season 1, episode 11, Dukes of Hazzard, was called Money to Burn. It aired April 27th, 1979. Boss Hogg is sending $1 million in old ragged bills to the Federal Reserve Bank to be burned. Boss plans to swindle the Federal Reserve Bank by faking the robbery of the armored truck carrying the old money. Make the Federal Reserve Bank think the old money was burned in the fake robbery, and then frame the Dukes with a faked robbery. And collect the $1 million that the Federal Reserve Bank would give him in exchange for the old money, keeping the old money too. So Boss can double his money to $2 million. Boss is always up to something.
Oh, yeah. Cloudy, here's what I want to know. How does Boss Hogg come up with all these ideas?
Brilliant. He's a genius.
Like, honestly, this is like, we're what, episode 11?
Yep.
11 different ideas.
Yeah.
How does he do it? The boardroom spitballing? Him and Roscoe coming up? Him and Lulu?
No.
This is
It's
all him.
all boss, all the time. It's like a one-man show. Roscoe's just he's just the laborer. He's
As
just
a
the guy that has to
kid-
go do it. Yeah.
Yeah, as a kid, I thought that Boss Hogg just sat around and ate ribs all the time. Like, that's what I thought he did. Because every episode, he's crushing ribs, licking his fingers. You know, he's got the big bib on, wearing a white suit, which is ballsy. The guy wears a white suit and eats ribs every day. Like, that takes some serious balls to do that.
But remember, Roscoe would try to, let me have just, and he would always get his hand slapped. Like Roscoe could, and then like Boss would leave the room, and Roscoe would be like,
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Roscoe just had like self-confidence issues, really. I think
100%. I think if he was in today's day and age, he would have, had a life coach. And he would have had a talk to him
prime candidate for a life coach. Prime candidate.
Have we talked about us becoming life coaches yet, or is that on a?
Oh no, it's out there. People are well aware of it.
Okay, all right. Still waiting for the emails to come in.
DMs are open. DMs are open.
Someone just dropped a keg.
Here's a little segment. Or a little piece of information on the Generally Speaking for season 1, episode 11. This episode is Cletus Hogg's debut episode on the show.
Really?
Cletus, yeah.
That took a while. I thought he was earlier in the. Nope. Okay, he wasn't.
No.
Bad
And Boss Hogg has changed the driver for the third and final time to Alex, who is now his driver.
Oh yeah, we talked about Alex last time, right?
Yeah, because this is the first introduction of Alex. There was another driver in the past. I don't know who it was. We don't know who he is, but
I'm confused now. Now I got to go back and listen to our own episode from last week.
Generally speaking.
All right, buddy. I got some work to do.
I got a couple things, Timmer, but I think we should just cap her there. We should do a salute to our friends at Sons of Kent for having us here today, for being awesome for 5 freaking years, for jumping on board the podcast, episode 1, season 1. for being the OGs right from the start. So
You know what, Cloudy? I do want to highlight the community hub part because these guys just keep taking on things in the community, helping other, charities out. We worked with them on the Fergie beer for the Festival of Giving. They're back on board with the Festival of Giving, which we're having in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Like these guys make amazing beer and do awesome stuff for the community. I'm glad to, I call these guys my friends. I think they're good dudes. Hopefully they see us the same way, Cloudy, and it's always good to sit down and have a beer with these guys. So I'm excited that we were able to come here. I'm excited for them for their 5th anniversary. Looking forward to getting down here on Saturday, having some beers. I might shed a tear now, buddy. So we should probably wrap this up.
come here.
The on-screen hug.
Come here. Normalize hugging amongst men.
That's good.
Are you really? No, I don't do that. Don't do that. Stand there.
They're hugging it out at the end.
Oh, look at this. There we go.
wanted-
Hold on. Let's get us all in one shot. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Hey,
Hey,
there we
guys.
go. We're all together.
I'd
Hug
like
it
to
out.
consider you guys our friends here.
Oh, we're friends.
Yeah,
I knew it.
you guys
I knew
are
it.
you're in the family.
We're in the fam. We're hunters.
That means so good.
This is awesome.
Yeah, I'm in.
This is awesome.
Hugging it out. This is
This is where it gets weird. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.